Hello and good morning. My name is Amber. My art handle is Meraki Painter. Happy Monday. And today I'm going to show off these amazing brushes that I just got. They are rose gold. Okay, rose gold brushes. And I'm so excited that I found them because I've been looking for rose gold brushes for like 2 years and I can't believe I just randomly kind of came across them. And guess what? It's by langnickel, which is like my favorite brush company because they're cheap and also awesome. So I'm actually currently working on my Draw This in Your Style, which you would have seen last week that I posted. But since I just got these paintbrushes, I wanted to try them out, and I randomly got this idea while I was laying in bed to do this girl with really big poofy afro buns in her hair. And so I obviously couldn't pass that up. I did this real quick and I decided to record it, and it became a bigger thing that I originally was going to do. I just kind of got a little bit carried away with it. So if you watched my video from last week, you would have already seen these brushes, or if you're on my social media, because I've been talking about them for sure. And these brushes are technically Crafters, I think it's called like Crafters Choice Pro brushes. They're not like advertised for watercolor, which of course they're paintbrushes, so you can use it for watercolor, acrylics, oils, whatever you want. And with my style, it works anyways, considering I don't do very flowy watercolor artworks. As you can tell, I do very tight knit stuff and I'm very controlling where my watercolor goes. So I started sketching this out on a live on my Instagram, and I think I'm going to start doing that more often, where I just sketch on my live. It all depends on if I want to actually sit at a desk versus sitting in bed doing it. But I do want to continue going live for my sketches, so hopefully I can start doing that over on my Instagram. And while I was doing that, I didn't exactly have reference images because I was going live on my phone, so I didn't have the computer in front of me or even my MP3 player, which I'll upload photos to it so I can have a reference. And I kind of just had to make it up as I went. So for making it up as I went and having no references, this actually turned out pretty good, I think. It did allow me to notice which parts of drawing I'm more comfortable with and which I need to probably work on. Like the nose, it gave me so much issues. But after the live, I just went on Pinterest and looked up an image and just redrew her nose. But at the end of the live, when I was just about done sketching, I decided to add something extra to it. So I thought of a crescent moon and some stars, and I even added rings around her bun as if like a planet. And I wasn't sure how that was gonna look because I originally intended her hair to be a very dark color and I didn't think it would show up through her hair. So I decided I need to do like a lighter color, maybe some fun color I would do. I asked on my live which colors I should make her hair, and we came up with 2, pink and orange. Those were then turned into a poll on my story, and I only waited about an hour to get the results because I was already starting on the drawing. And at the time it was pink, so I ended up going with pink. I wasn't sure how I was going to shade the pink, so I tried purple at first, and then I didn't like that at all. I actually didn't like the lighter colored hair, and of course I wanted it to be darker to begin with. So as I was painting, I was trying to think about what I was going to do with the stars and the moon, and I decided to make it a metallic color. And then it hit me that I could have just did a darker color hair because the metallic is so opaque that it would just show up anyways. So I ended up doing that. I still went with the pink though, and just made it like a darker browner pink. So I just mixed some brown in it to make like a brownish, pinkish, reddish kind of color for her. You'll see. And then for the metallic colors, I used a rose gold mixed with moon gold from Fine Tech, or whatever their name is called now. And I really just mixed that color together because I liked it. But just the names alone, of course, rose gold, I got paintbrushes, which is what inspired this whole thing. And then I also have the moon gold, which has moon, which I drew a moon on the paper too. So it just turned out all around really good, and I like the idea of the pink theme for this. I didn't even think about this till later, but because again with the rose gold paintbrushes, which is what inspired this to begin with, it all just has a nice pretty pink scheme. So when I post this on Instagram, I'm gonna definitely put the paintbrushes in the picture because I think they'll look good next to it. This video was recorded outside on my back porch. I started doing this because our AC went out, which I mentioned before, and the porch has an AC unit in the window, and I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be doing my videos out here. I think the lighting is amazing, so I might continue to do this. It's just a little bit more set up, but I'm working on different ways to improve it. So I do really like the lighting, and it might be worth it. These new rose gold brushes remind me a lot of the Zen series brushes from the same company because they seem to be made exactly the same, they're just a different color. I actually originally settled for the Zen series because they have that metal look, and that's what I've been looking for, more specifically rose gold metal look, but I could only find the silver, so I just went with silver. And I have a lot more Zen series right now, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna get more rose gold. I only know of Joann Fabrics that I can buy the rose gold brushes at. I can't find it anywhere online, so if you guys do know how to find it, hit me up. That way I can order certain brushes of certain sizes and stuff like that. They all seem to be pretty small. I didn't see any large brushes. All the ones at the store were pretty small. This round brush that I'm using is actually the largest round brush that I could find there. But yeah, if I had an option, I would definitely start collecting the rose gold brushes. I was really focusing on the details of the face this time around, trying to really improve my faces. I have always been trying to improve my faces, but recently I feel like I'm not getting my watercolor looking the way I want it to look, so I'm trying to change that. And with my new drawing style that I've started doing, which you may have seen already, I really like the way it looks. Although with my paintings, I don't want it to be too mixed media. I've always wanted to try and keep it as much watercolor as possible. So I'm trying to find a way that I could do that and still have it be only watercolor. Although this painting was more sketchy, you can definitely still see some of the pencil. Even when I finished painting, I went over with pencil and like added some details. So this was mainly painting with a little bit of sketch, which I think it looks kind of cool. But I think if I was doing a full illustrated painting with a background and everything, I would definitely not want the pencil to show, unless my style changes in the future, but that's just how I am now. Also, the top star on the right is bothering me. When I show the close-ups, it's still there, but I'm going to actually fix that so it's not there. There's like this little piece of paint that's missing out of the center of the star, and it's driving me insane. So sorry if I pointed it out and now it's driving you insane, but I love the metallic look on it. It came out so copper. I think in a warm light it's more copper, and then if you were to go outside, so the light I'm going to show it to you in is a little bit more gold. But it looks so good. I didn't want to just use the rose gold metallic paint because it was too dark. Of course, at first I was going for a lighter look, but I didn't think the pink would look good with the rose gold, just plain without it being mixed. I thought it would clash. I didn't really test it out, but I was sold on the mixture once I did it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I was extremely worried the entire time what she was going to look like, especially because I didn't have any reference images, but in the end, I think she's okay. She's probably not my best work, and in all honesty, the paintings that I've been doing lately, I've kind of been iffy about, but I've been loving the techniques that I've been using. I feel like I'm making a lot of good progress in my art, which is awesome, but I'm still trying to fine-tune it. It may not be my favorite, but I hope you at least enjoyed this painting and this video, and until next time, bye. Where my watercolor goes? Is that right?
Yeah, where
my watercolor goes, yes.
That's right.
Lose this train of thought.
That's a tongue twister.
Right?